Hey you guys, what's up? It's Claireberry. I just want to stop by and talk to y'all today. This video is actually going to be towards the codependents. If you're resonating, if you're out there searching codependents right now, this video is going to be for you. This is going to be a tarot video. But I also am going to, share some knowledge that I have about being a codependent because I was one and I've since been rehabilitated. So it's a really great feeling. It's an amazing feeling, especially when you can still manage to be with the person that, you were with before. You don't have to let them go in order to change. If we project all our problems onto our partner, a lot of times we'll be like, oh, they're a narcissist. And really what we're doing is it's like the bubblings up of the shadow work, which is part of the program that I am teaching here on YouTube. And it's just really important that, you pay attention to any judgments you're passing on other people, because it's trying to tell you something. It can be a hard pill to swallow. This work is amazing when you do this work, the shadow work and inner child healing, the switch work that I speak of in my programs here. It is magical. It works fast. It's amazing. Okay, so before I even pull any of the tarot cards, I'm gonna get some angel energy here to bless this reading, and any spirit of love and light is welcome to come and bring us the information that we may need to know. Okay, if this doesn't resonate with you, then just keep on listening. I'm sure that something will pop up for you. So I'm sending you blessings, peace and love and joy, happiness and understanding. Clairvoyance, I'm helping your spiritual sight to awaken fully so that you can clearly see heavenly love. Well, that is amazing. And I just love it. Just love it. Your spiritual sight is awakening. You are starting to be able to clearly see heavenly love. You're getting better at it all the time. It's getting clearer and clearer. Okay? So let's also pull some moon energy here, some moon oracle cards, just to get kind of an overall energy for the reading. All right, you're very close to achieving your goal. Okay, that's good. That's especially good for this video too, because just because this is a codependent video, it doesn't mean that you're not making progress, and that's why you're here. If you stopped here, I really highly recommend you to stay subscribed and maybe check out some of my playlists that I have and see if they interest you. I have a law of attraction playlist. I have some, I like to say, secrets, of the law of attraction, things that people don't normally think of whenever they do the law of attraction. It's just ways to tweak it and make it even better than it already is. And it's really helped me a lot. I've been doing the law of attraction for 15 years or so. And I've also, like I said, I've been in, abusive relationships. I've been in relationships I thought were toxic, but I was able to heal them because I did the inner child healing work, the shadow work and inner child healing, which is the switch work that I will reference quite often. So welcome. If you have not seen any of my videos before, I'm just so glad that you're here. I'm glad to share with you. Any view I really appreciate. So just know that you are appreciated today. So let's go ahead and jump right in here. Okay, what messages do we have for the codependent? Somebody who is identifying with the codependent clicks on this video wanting some advice about, well, just popping off about codependency. Okay? First of all, this problem is caused, you have to take responsibility. It's caused in the inside. It really is. The problem with codependency, something happened when you were growing up. to where you're just a little bit different, than, I don't want to say most people or normal people or anything, because, I'm not going to even get into that, but it's just like it is a different way, to have empathy for people. And codependence, that's what it is. There's a lot of different, and the narcissist with the empathy appears to have none. Okay, so they're both varying scales of empathy, and that is why the narcissist who has none is attracted to the codependent who has extra. Okay, that solves the answer right there about narcissists, why narcissists, always gravitate towards, and vice versa. And these can be twin flames. A lot of this is twin flame energy. For me, in my case, it was twin flame energy to the core. Not always. I was in a codependent relationship before I met my twin flame, but when I met my twin flame, I was still in codependency. I have outgrown that in the past 10 years since meeting him. We have grown leaps and bounds together. And the time that we spent together is amazing. We had the best summer ever. And right after a tower moment. That's how I found tarot. It's a long story. I'm really excited to be here. I'm just excited, to share what's in my heart, because I've always felt, ever since I was a teenager, a very young teenager, even preteen, we'll say preteen, 12 years old, 14 years old. I think I was 14 actually when I received a book. I went through some phases in my life, teenagerism is hard, and I was actually not religious at all, and then I got Neil Donald Walsh's book, Meditations and Conversations with God. It wasn't the Conversations with God book, it was the Meditations on Conversations. So it was like a calendar, and every day had a different saying, and I think it was Christmas Eve when I got the book, or received the book as a gift. It said, I've come to you in this form, here in this form. Oh man, I usually remember that. Man, my memory is getting really bad. I shouldn't speak that into existence, but it's like, oh man, I've come to you here in this form to help you. I don't know exactly what it was, but it was a sign, and it was a very well taken sign. I was like, yeah. And after that, I started to go deeper. I started to come up with mantras that still stick to me to this day. I had a practice, when I was just going to school, high schooler, of being in communication with the source, with God. Not every single second of every single day, of course, but throughout the day. So, not to brag, but, I've been on the path. Getting old. Learn a few things, and I'm here to share them. So the reason, just know that it's not your fault. As with anything, you can place blame, and in the placing blame of the prior generation or whatever, you can actually find healing in that, knowing that, well, it's just a cycle. It's not their fault. Let's cut it off. You can't blame anybody anymore. It's pointless. Blame is pointless. Let it die. Doesn't matter. Don't need it. Let's find something to be thankful for instead. Replace all the negative thoughts with positive ones. Okay, so that's what we're doing. When we get in these funks, our brain, if you have trauma at a young age, especially, if you have trauma at any time, your brain's going to get affected. But when you have trauma at a young age, it really affects the restructuring of your brain as well. So with this situation, you didn't realize what you were manifesting. You didn't know, but you've been manifesting the whole codependency, narcissism, cat and mouse game forever. But, like I said, it doesn't necessarily have to be black and white. He's a narcissist. In fact, it shouldn't be black and white. Don't do what they call splitting and say, oh, narcissist is bad. And I know a lot of people are going to be like, wait, narcissists are bad. Yeah, they do bad things, but, and when people say, it really messed with me for a long time when people say narcissists cannot be rehabilitated. Yes, they can. Through the twin flame energy, they can be rehabilitated. And I just had always strongly believed that, that's how diamonds are made, right? It's charcoal. Anything can be cleaned. I've always resonated with that belief, and I struggled with that, and when I was learning about narcissism and codependency and all of this stuff. But now I know, the veil has been lifted, and I'm getting the answers from a deeper place, a higher place. Deeper and higher, I say that so much because it's always the same thing. If you go deep into yourself, what you're going to find is out there, the macrocosm. You got the microcosm inside of you, but when you go in, it's within. It's as so within as without. It's the same thing. You are part of a bigger picture. You know that. So when you go within, you're also going higher. Okay? So that's, always say that. Okay? So, don't blame yourself. Know that this opportunity, don't be like, oh, this sucks. I am scarred from being a child and this made me a codependent. Whatever happened, there's many different things. It's like some of the same things that make a narcissist, can make a codependent. It just depends on how we react to the situation, So, it doesn't matter. You're going to flip the switch. You're in the position that you're in for a reason. You are made to overcome this. So just have all that faith and knowledge that you will and that you can, and that not only that you will overcome it, but that there's a reason for you to have been put in that position in the first place. There's a reason for you to be a codependent. There's a reason for you to be a narcissist. There's a reason, and it's a lot of it is learning how to deal with it, learning how to see it, learning how to call it out. So you can be the tour guide for the other people who are trying to figure out their shit as well. You are here. There's more. It's like there's more kids coming in that just need our help with this. So you're a leader. This is ground zero. This is breaking ground here. We are making progress together, and this is a very exciting time. You think about the information age. Holy shit. All the spirituality that has been unleashed, we should be reveling in it every day. And almost any spare moment I have, I'm just like touching base, getting any connection that I can have to the divine, whether it's taking a hike, going on a walk, doing meditation, popping my back on, the yoga ball or the yoga wheel, or, dancing, singing, eating great foods with high vibration frequency, getting grounded, going out and putting my toes in the grass, going swimming in the lake, whatever. It's not just about, oh, let's go walk the walk and walk this spiritual talk. It's about enjoying the goodness out of every single situation. Every single situation is here to show you. If you want to view it as you choose it for yourself, then you can look at it that way. Or if you want to feel like it's been chosen for you, either way, it's kind of one and the same. You know what I'm saying? Can you dig it? You're very close to achieving your goal, by the way. You are coming into your own. It's kind of like you've already started on this path. You've already took that leap. You've already made huge strides. It's like a wave coming through. Comes up, breaks, bam, whoosh, everything looks different. Wow. And again, over and over and over. Okay? This is great. This is really, really great. Okay? So, let's dive deep today. Let's just dive deep with this, okay? So, there's always situations. There's always work happening. It doesn't matter whether you believe in the law of attraction or not. It's working with you or it's working against you. And you get to decide, okay? And you don't have to know everything about it. And you don't have to even believe in it. And that's the great thing. You can start to make it happen and see results from it like that. All you got to do is feel good. All you got to do is be enthusiastic. All you got to do is kind of go a little deeper within yourself and know like what you really want to do. If you don't already know what you really want to do, or even if you think you do, make sure your intentions are pure. Make sure everything is squeaky clean. Make sure you have no big fears about getting this done. You do have to believe it on a certain level. You do have to say, you know what? Is this something I really, really want? Yeah. If not, if it's giving you negative, if it's like, oh, maybe it's a goal somebody else planted in your head. Maybe it's not really a true want, a true why, a true goal for you. You need to make sure that your intentions are pure about the goal. If you want to lose weight, is it to make your nemesis look bad, or is it to actually feel great every day of your life? You know, like, that's the difference. What is the reasoning behind what you're doing? If you want your twin flame, if you want to manifest your partner, your person, then guess what? It's the same thing. Okay? Intentions. Are you doing this to rub somebody's face in it? Are you doing it because the ego has that, oh, well, we've been together this long and I want to be together longer than that person? That type of mentality and subliminal, it can kind of pop up. You got to kind of check yourself every now and again and make sure, you know, I know you're a good person. I know you're not trying to do anything real bad, but you know what I mean? You got to check your intentions and make sure that even the slightest little bit of insincerity, you know, unauthenticity, you know, all this stuff doesn't like sneak in. Has to be for the right reason, but it's great because it takes it automatically when you focus on that, the real reason why you want to manifest your partner, the real reason, you know, it takes you higher. And it's the same thing for self-growth and for health and for inner healing and outer healing as well. Physical body, environmental healing, financial healing, any type of healing, you know, mental, body, physical, whatever you got, you can do it with the same thing. Get excited. Conceive, believe, achieve. Walk the walk. Think the thoughts. Do the work. What would you be doing if you got what you wanted tomorrow? Make space for that. Get busy. Okay? Keep it fun. Keep it light. Keep it directed. Okay? You're the one who's pushing the energy. What you do every day, you're like a microphone straight to the universe, placing orders. You just don't even realize it. You got a microphone on all day, placing orders. Oh, this day is kicking my ass. I don't even like to verbalize the examples of what I'm trying to say. But we all know the complainers. They make a thing of it. They complain about the same thing every day. You know what I mean? Like, it's, don't be one of those. Every word you say should be for a purpose. Everything happens for a reason, whether you observe it again or not. It's all signs popping out to you. Okay? You got to stay excited. You got to know that you're going in the right path. That's way, because that, a lot of times that's what it comes down to. People don't even know what they want, so they're not going to go above and beyond to get it. That's why everybody's mediocre. Okay? But it's the people who know what they want who can then go and follow through and get it. You have to be crazy enough to believe that you can change the world. You know what I mean? So, pack up what you want and take it with you and forget about everything else. You are moving on. You are not the same person you were. Tell yourself that. Now that I do this, I'm getting this result that I want. Transitional mantras are great. Like I said, pack it up, ship it out. You are flipping the switch. You are taking control. You are empowering yourself more than you ever even thought. You thought you'd be stuck in these repetitive thought patterns forever and ever and ever, because that's how it's been for so long. But no, it doesn't have to be that way. It depends on where you put your energy. What you focus on flourishes. So do not focus on any negative, even if it's about your partner and you're going through the worst time in the world. Something crazy just happened, the biggest tower moment, the biggest sad thing, mad thing, whatever. Get yourself calmed down, do what you need to do. Think about the things that you love, get yourself back on track. Deep breathing, again, swimming, dancing. I know you probably don't feel like that. Eat something, take care of yourself as if you were a child. Get enough rest, get enough food, get enough and the right, good healthy food. Just treat your, get a nap, take some rest, like do some, watch some jokes, laughter therapy, hang out with some friends, who can build you up, and just get yourself back on track. And make sure, and like I said, focus on every little thing, every little positive thing that you see, every little positive thought that you have. Use it. Ride that energy. That's how you're going to actually get change. And notice when you feel good too. What am I doing now that I feel good? Well, you know what you're doing? I'll tell you. When you feel happy, you're being thankful for something. Try it. It's kind of like when you're running, you can't run faster than your arms actually are pumping. It's kind of like the same thing. with this, but you can't go faster, then your emotions are going to let you go. Your mind can go, but your emotions also have to be there. Okay. Once you start having the good thoughts and getting some good actions, and you feel really good about it, you make sure, and again, speak it into existence. Look at that. See that? That's the law of attraction. I just made that happen. And that's why you start with the small stuff to build your confidence. Start with a cup of coffee. Manifest a cup of coffee, a rose, a flower, something like that. You know what I mean? And then you build up. And you'll be like the genie, like, manifest, manifest, manifest. Manifested that, manifested this and this and this and that. You know what I mean? And it'll affect you in so many different ways. Whenever you're able to take control of yourself and change the way that you are just a little bit. You're still who you are. You're not flawed. You're not damaged goods. You might think you are, but that's just a part of, a lot of this, guys, has to do with social conditioning. We are made to be confused. We are made to be insecure. We are made to be self-conscious and lost. And that is something that all of us has to deal with, because we've all been, most of us all have been a product, of this social experiment, this societal conditioning, brainwashing, if you will. And we all have to learn how to, no longer going to carry that around. No longer going to play that game. You can have that back. Thank you very much. And it's as simple as that. Again, we don't even realize, I always say this, but especially this year, I've been saying it. Things can be and will be better than you even imagined. And you'll be like, yeah, well, not really. Well, I wanted $1 million and now I don't have $1 million. Well, what you're going to get is actually going to end up being better for you, even though you don't even know it, because you think $1 million is what you need, when in reality, you'd probably do this and this and that. I don't even know you, so I don't know what you'd do, but you know what I mean. This is what we're going with, okay? So, whole new ball game here. You have to realize the slate is clean. The slate is clean. You get to decide what happens next. You do get to decide your story. You're not going to be codependent forever. You are going to learn how to harness the energy of the moment. Honestly, I've learned so much from YouTube. I've got resources. I've got a group. If you want to join, it's $9.99, and you can have any amount of questions ever that I will answer. I will answer them, at least within 24 hours, but probably less than that. Like a couple of hours, you have the questions answered. If you haven't answered it to your ability, you just ask it again. It's like, I'm here for you, to support you. And it's a lifetime thing. It's like forever. So as many questions, like I said, as you're going to, and we're going to do this thing. We're going to get there. My purpose is here to help you. We all have heartbreak. It's how are we going to react to it? Okay. If you are with somebody for 10 years, like I have been with my partner, you're going to have problems, issues, drama, some shit's going to happen. You know what I mean? We are fluid beings, and we go in and out of feelings and heartbreak and this and all these, like I said, thoughts, feelings, emotions, spirituality. And, we have signs. We have, like I said, we have issues. We have good times, and we flow with the go, and we learn from our mistakes, and we're always getting better. You're always looking around. How can I get better today? How can I get better today? How can I help raise the vibration of this earth? For everybody, not just for me. This isn't just because I want to heal. And again, that is putting a positive intention. That is putting a pure intention on what you want. So if you believe that, bam, life transformed. Okay, lots more about this all over my channel. Again, check out my playlist and see what catches your eye, okay? But as we start to learn and grow on this, and then as we start to get to the next level of actually being able to do it in the moment and put it forth, and flow with the go every day, and know that we're choosing anything that comes to us. You chose your partner. You chose your narcissist. You chose your twin flame. The way you're viewing it now is not necessarily the truth. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm saying, and this is not for everybody. There may be some people who don't resonate with this, and if you do, I'm sorry. This is kind of talking to maybe codependent people who are twin flames and didn't even realize it, okay? Because it happens all the time. I had just started to hear about the word twin flame, and it was one of those things that's kind of mysterious. Nobody comes out and says, hey, well, what is a twin flame? But those who kind of hear it, they just kind of know. You just kind of huh, And then once you research it, you're like, oh yeah, I think that's what I am. You know what I mean? And then it goes from there, and you just get deeper and deeper into this knowledge and understanding. And so the Twin Flame community is here for you. My mentor is Sophia Charles. You can check out her YouTube. It is Twin Flame Tarot Community. Okay, so it's a little bit different of way of doing the tarot, but most of it is the same, and it all goes from a lot will happen basically when you start to get into this community, and when you start to learn, and like I said, be able to get to the stage where you're not only you're like, yeah, I believe this, yeah, I heard about it and I believe it, and now I'm actually putting it into place in my life. And as soon as you get to that point, bam, your life is totally changed. You have gotten so much control. You are, because you're doing this work, you're just gaining so much. You will be able to see things. You will be able to just change things. Like, you're in the driver's seat. You've got the magic wand. You're getting what you want now. It's the missing link to the love attraction. Okay. So it can help you, again, not just manifest your partner, your person, your twin flame, whatever, but it can help you get in submission. It can help you find, I'm not even going to say job, but it can help you get your finances right. It can help you get like a real mission for life, like being on purpose. Like, when you're on purpose, you're actually doing what you really are here to do, not just like go and get a paycheck. You know what I mean? This is your real deal. So when you go to work every day, or when you do the work that you have to do, you're doing what you want to do anyway. That's the freedom. That's what we really should be in. And it gets really deep. But again, it'll help you in every single relationship, every single day, every single minute of it, all the time, because you'll be carrying it with you. You'll know. And you'll be aligned in such a way where negative things are going to happen, and you will be able to clear yourself, cleanse yourself, and move on. And your light will shine for others. Okay, it's not just here for you. Like I said, things that you have had when since you were young, you will be healed in such a way that you won't even believe it. You won't even believe it. And it can be swift. It can be slow. It just depends on you and how you think about it. And then again, how you think about it will affect what you believe about it eventually. Repetitive thoughts over time will create beliefs that will be part of an expectation, which will bring to you the result. Okay? So again, you don't necessarily have to believe in this stuff, but if you start singing positive mantras in a song and have fun with it and giggle afterwards and laugh and be a kid and dance around and get that energy flowing in whatever way possible, as much as humanly possible, and set your intention on something, you will manifest it if it's meant to be. That's part of the process. It's not a disclaimer like, you're not going to get what you want because it's not what you really want. Well, why would you want to get something that's not what you really want anyway? And don't worry about like naysayers and people who are like, oh, your man shouldn't do this. Your life shouldn't be like this. Whoever's telling you how to live your life, don't listen to them, because you have instinct for a reason. Do animals listen to how to live other people when other people tell them how to live? Yeah, you can get a dog to listen. You can get an animal to listen through ways, but they will do what their instinct tells them to do, and that's for a reason, and that's how we should also act. Part of our healing. We don't pay attention to our instincts, so we miss out on a lot of healing. All we have to do is decide to make a different choice. Decide. When you make different decisions, you get different decisions. If you make a shitty decision, then guess what? You not only have to deal with the effects of that shitty decision, but then moving forward, you have to deal with the effect of that effect, and then the effect of that effect. And then what that does is wears down your confidence, so you expect it. You don't expect anything good out of yourself because, you already went down the wrong road. That's why the wide road is easy to follow, because there's so many freaking footprints, eh? So you have to go down the road less followed. You have to actually try to get better, and you will. If your intention is to get better, is to open your eyes, you will. Otherwise, what are you going to do? You think you're going to just stay the same throughout life, but you'll actually get worse, and it can cause major problems. Okay, and you don't want to, but remember, you have the control, and it starts with your thoughts, and it starts with paying attention in the way you view the world. What are you expecting to come into fruition? Well, I'm not going to say it's like, oh, well, and I'm talking about not like about a simple thought. Yeah, this is your expectations. This is what you're thinking over time. That's the piece. People give up on the law of attraction before it's even able to manifest. They think it's going to come in fast and furious and just be like instantaneous. No, this is a process. This is a process of gaining mastery over your own self. So therefore, it's not going to be a magic pill, because that would be outside of yourself. If it's something like that, it's going to be a flip switch. It's outside. Well, you can flip the switch. It can be fast. You can go from day to night so fast, but you still have to learn how to control yourself. Okay? The whole lust card and the whole, this card right here is not about, oh, let's get this strength on this lion. This is about, she has control over herself. She does that forever, ever. And so she can control even the biggest lion. Like, that's just how it is. It's the inner that affects the outer. As within, so without. Okay? We're moving on up. This world, you guys, the whole, I don't even know what to call it anymore. Galaxy, all the planets, like, all the worlds. Everywhere. Everything. The multiverse. Should we go there? You unknowingly cause a lot of things to happen to you. So again, this is not about, oh, oops, this happened to me. Start to own it, even if you don't know, even if you didn't think about it, even if you're not fully convinced, just start acting like, oops, I just created this, and you don't have to get mad at yourself. That's obviously not the point, but it will start to help you over time. Again, over just repetitive, you will be able to take a mastery of the moment and say, you know what, I'm going to choose a better moment for the next time, and it will start to happen for you. Okay, so you're not stuck at all. You think you're stuck. I just did the devil card as I said that. You're not stuck. You think you're chained, but you're not. You're not. And you think your partner is the problem and the toxic, and that, maybe they are, maybe you need to get on, I'm not telling you anything. This doesn't resonate with you, leave it. Don't force it. You know what is going on in your situation. And even if your partner is acting in a way that is not acceptable, doesn't mean they can't change. Lovers don't change their spots overnight, okay? Lovers can change their spots. Spots can change, just like fur and skin can change. Yes, they can, but no, it doesn't happen overnight. It's a pattern on the, for the fur. It takes a while to regrow, to grow in, hair differently, etc. So this is about our habits and our actions, like I said, over time, that just build up to whether this is going to be a fruitful situation or a painful one. And when we make the wrong choices, other people suffer. That's the way that it is. It's very easy to draw the line in the sand and say, look, you a narcissist, I am cool, you suck, obviously I'm awesome, you're doing everything wrong, you fucked up the relationship, now I'm gonna go get into another one. Well, you know what, a lot of times what do? We just recreate the same relationship over and over again. We get the same thing happens to us in our relationship. Well, that was just like what happened with the last one. Why does this always happen to me? I see it all the time. I hear it all the time. You can break the chains. Really just take them off and walk away. Like, you have the power and you can do it, and all it takes is up here. The knowing is not being the empty, is being the full and knowing where the power lies. And the power lies within. The power is you. And again, it's not about, oh, I have the power now for 1 second, so I'm good. No, this is every day. It's going to change. That energy is going to change. It's going to be sneaky. It's going to fake you out. You think you knew, and now what's up? You know what I mean? That's what love is. That's what life is. That's why it's unconditional love. If you still love your partner, after all that shit that happened, and you're not just being codependent, well, guess what? Then you're a twin flame. But you have to do the work to find out whether you were just being codependent or not. Everything starts within. Don't worry about your partner right now. Don't worry about that. That's the part about the codependent. But guess what? Your partner is probably a part of the codependency as well. Okay? Again, it takes two to tango. And that's why with the twin flames, it's as within, so without. you're reflecting each other. Okay? You're reflecting each other. When you do the work, it's actually going to help him. Whether he sees you, whether he hears what you're doing or not, energetically, it's going to help him if he's your twin flame. Okay? So, I just want to get a little bit more. Okay? Your spiritual sight is awakening. You're starting to clearly see the heavenly love. And the heavenly love, this is not, if you've been in this situation again and you know and you find out that you do the inner work, check out my playlist, check out my switch program, do the work, and then find out, okay, I'm not just codependent, or I'm not codependent anymore. So now I can see if I think I have a twin flame. And, you know, time will tell everything. Time will tell. So what do we need to know about the codependent relationship? What advice do we have for the codependent before we sign off here tonight? Woo! Okay, none of them came up, so I'm not taking them. Okay. Last words for the codependent person in a codependent relationship. Okay, no one's going to tell you what to do. You're not here, I'm not going to tell you what to do. If I tell you the wrong thing, though, you might know. So pay attention to how you feel, okay? And that will help you how to act. Again, make sure your intentions are pure. Why do you want to be in this relationship if you're in this relationship? If you start to see, oh, well, I'm just in it to put on a show for somebody else, well, guess what? You can go ahead and get out now. You know, when we do the inner healing, we realize things about ourselves that ultimately will lead us to happiness. So don't be afraid if things start to change as far as your goals about life, what you want out of life. Okay, you may think, oh, I want a ring, I want to get married. But then after doing the work, you may realize, well, you know, all I really want is a truly trusting, committed relationship. You know, public, open, not open, but you know what I mean, like a public union. You know what I mean? That may be the only, you know, and you may find other things that you want that will replace anything like that. So your goals will come a lot faster. What you want will come a lot faster if it's pure, if you know. Okay, so do some time, you know, take some time figuring out what you really want. Okay, it's a very good practice to get into. And again, it'll make you see the signs. This is a lot of new beginnings here for you. Okay, the fact that you found this video, I'm just sensing like you need to take action from this. Like do the work that I talk about, and I give you so much, and it's all free right now. Okay, my program, I'm going to go through the whole program, so subscribe and watch the videos that are upcoming here in the next few days, the next few weeks, and you are going to be able to get to a point where everything looks different now. You might see your relationship as a toxic relationship. You may see your person as a toxic person that you need to get away from. And maybe, yes, hell yeah, if it's toxic in any way, if you even think that, get the hell out of there. Don't bitch at him. Don't yell at him. Don't tell him what you're doing. Just pull back. Okay, for now, just pull back and worry about yourself. This is the main thing for anything. If you're having a problem, pull back and focus on yourself. They'll catch up. If it's meant to be, they'll catch up. You're going to start doing work. You're going to start, you know, you're not going to look at all the flashy lights. You're not going to go down the road that everybody else is going down right now. You are going to do some work, okay? And it's going to be so fruitful. It's like you're going to get paid, but it's going to be all inner. It's going to change your life, and you're going to look around and be like, wow, I have this new life. I got to take care of this. This is great. You're going to be so excited. It's going to be your little baby, you know? You can do this. You will leave the past behind in ways that you didn't even think you could. You will find this strength you realize, well, yeah, okay, it's a strength within you. It is within you, but it's also coming from outside of you as well. Okay? You will just break through so many denials that you have, just change your whole train of thought. Because what we do is we do